Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot. And this is going to be the weekend check-in for the collective. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. This reading could play out this weekend. This reading may or may not be for you. So I ask that you only take with you the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. We're going to talk about the astrology coming in. I'm going to kind of lump in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all into one reading. We are getting ready to take off for the weekend. So let's talk about these energies. Today, Friday, May the 27th, we have Venus squaring up with Pluto. So Venus, the planet of love, Pluto, the planet of taboo, death and transformation. So I feel many of us are reevaluating our internal feminine nature. And I feel this aspect is really going to bring up any potential fears when it comes to love versus power. So if you find areas of love in your life very difficult to navigate, I think the energy might feel very concerning because there's this dissonance coming through between Venus, love, beauty, art, and harmony, and Pluto, which is all about taboo, transformation, power struggles, and upheavals. So I feel the energy this weekend is going to come in and have a very profound effect, especially when it comes to our love life. So power and control issues that are already existing in any relationships or any simmering tensions are likely to come to the surface in order to illuminate and reveal any manipulative behavior or jealousy stemming around possessiveness. So I feel we're all kind of being asked to get to the root of these behaviors when it comes to any deeply buried fears surrounding insecurity issues or where we've not felt loved or valued within relationships. And so I feel get ready for these behaviors to kind of be in the forefront in the energies. And I found the energy this morning very dense, very heavy. Today is the closing day of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial. I don't know how many of you have been following that, but I've been following that for the last several weeks. I myself have been a victim of domestic violence many times over in relationships, and I just find this whole public trial very interesting because you know, there are men that are out there that are victims of domestic violence as well, and I feel all of this is just sitting really heavy with everything else that's going on globally with the war, and with there was that shooting in the States and all of these kids, you know, were taken. So the energy is very heavy, and I feel with all of these planetary aspects, it's kind of bringing forward this energy of an ultimatum, especially if you felt smothered or controlled in a relationship. Any unhealthy relationships are likely going to break down very painfully and very dramatically in the energies this weekend, because we're kind of here to build those well-established connections moving forward, and any karmic relationships are not going to be able to withstand the intensity of these energies. And so get ready for some kind of transformation to be undertaken when it comes to relationship dynamics, no matter where you're at on the journey. I also feel as we close out all of these karmic cycles and we inch closer to that new moon in Gemini on Monday, new love relationship cycles are possible now, and it is this energy of like an instant attraction. So but we first have to come into this moment of self-realization, and we do need to be aware of lustful infatuation, because this likely will always lead to an abusive or a violent attachment when it comes to these negative relationship cycles. So we do have to kind of stop sitting on the sidelines, was another message that came through. And we kind of got to learn to work with these energies, as we're all kind of learning some big lessons at this time. And what I wrote down is, you know, you think about it, there comes a time in our life where we kind of have to say to ourselves, I'm here to love my life. I'm here to figure out who the heck I am and release all of these notions of who people think I should be. So I think setting those intentions this weekend, really sitting with yourself, sitting in your own energy, journaling about the intentions that you want to bring forward, and how can you really dig deep to figure out who your authentic self is and to bring that forward. So I also want to say we don't want to take our health or our life for granted. We don't want to take this physical body for granted because when we communicate with our body that, you know, we appreciate it, we're here to care for it, that's a really good way to raise your vibration. Because the one thing that I've kind of sat with this week, and, you know, I've shed many tears this week over everything that I've been seeing on Facebook. And we do need to remember tomorrow is not promised. So that was another message I kind of wanted to share. Tomorrow, after all of this taboo energy coming through today, tomorrow we do have Venus entering Taurus. So we got to think, whenever like a planet kind of goes into that 29-degree mark and it closes out that cycle of that energy, things get very, very, very intense. And so we're closing out Venus in Aries, and then Venus is entering into Taurus tomorrow, and Venus is going to be exalted in Taurus is what I'm feeling. It's going to be in its home element, and we just had Mars go into Aries, so Venus and Mars are both in their home sign, both in that home element, and Venus in Taurus is going to feel very naturally sensual for many of the feminines in the collective. But I feel we do need to be aware of possessiveness. Taurus in low vibration wants to possess and wants to control too. So you might find this deep searching, this deep yearning and seeking for security and things that will hold long-lasting value in your life. Taurus truly is the sign of value, the sign of self-worth. Taurus truly is the sign where, hey, if you want to get something done, you can always count on a Taurus because they are committed, they are loyal, they are dedicated, and the energy they bring forward can be long-lasting. So get ready to embrace your appetite for pleasure in the energies this weekend, because Taurus is the sign of value, and Taurus really does value being here in the now, in the present moment. Taurus is, you know, the sign that embraces all of the senses. You know, if you're a Taurus or have major Taurus, you know, the sense of touch, the sense of music. We really take in all of these energies through our senses, and so I feel the energy is going to be very tangible when it comes to bringing forward physical expressions of love, especially romance. So romance is going to be strong while Venus transits through Taurus. So we cannot keep holding on to something that's not meant for us if we really want to break free from these negative cycles. So I kind of feel the energy is going to illuminate love where you're lacking love, what you need to do to release any shadow aspects when it comes to excessive possessiveness. We cannot treat our romantic partners as objects or something that we own or want to own. That is not a healthy relationship dynamic. So I think we're here to manifest high quality, solid, practical, long-lasting relationships. But we can't keep holding on to people as possessions. We cannot keep gripping to control when it comes to material possessions either. Taurus likes pleasures, art, and earthly things. But it's about getting grounded and understanding that no amount of materialism will ever fill a void within your heart when it comes to seeking that love that you deeply desire. So I feel we're kind of here favoring stability at this point in time. And then on Sunday, Mars in Aries is going to conjunct Jupiter in Aries. This is a beautiful transit, an ideal energy for starting something new. So the energy is going to be very initiating and courageous. And many of us are going to find that physical strength in this heightened energy to be brave enough to close the door on the past and to start something new. So get ready to embrace a level of self-confidence at this time in order to go forward and having that major success that you crave in your life. Because with Mars and Jupiter joining, this is like the energy of creating almost like a new planet with its own distinct traits. So this conjunction is about transformation is what I'm feeling, expanded amplification of all of these cosmic energies. And we're all going to have this drive, this ambition to set those goals, to go after those goals, and to be the leaders of our life. So the energy will likely feel a little bit inspiring. And I feel a lot of vitality being restored when it comes to finding our inner bravery, to be fearless when it comes to taking a risk, or, you know, maybe bringing forward a love offer. But we cannot keep ignoring potential negative consequences if we're unwilling to take that leap of faith. So, and we also need to remember, we cannot keep overextending ourselves. Although many of us are healers, we have to remember we have to fill our own cup first. And I feel what's coming up in the collective too, many of us are getting older. And I feel, you know, when we get older, that's when we kind of learn our limits and we understand what is truly important to us. So I think get ready to reevaluate maybe where you've taken things too far in order to draw back, in order to maybe stand up for your beliefs, and to face any opposition with kindness when it comes to any battles or competitions with cycles closing out. So I feel this strong desire to succeed, to see just how far you can go, and you never know how far you can go if you're not ever willing to give that, you know, a shot. So we are all capable of accomplishing anything, and I keep being shown the wreath of laurels. So we cannot keep resting on ourselves. We have to keep going. We have to keep putting one foot in front of the other, and we have to keep trusting that bigger things, better things are around the corner. So I think this is the perfect opportunity to start learning about who we are, why we do what we do, digging into some esoteric spiritual topics, and then being confident enough to spread that word to others. So I feel big shifts in the energies this weekend, and I feel we're all being asked to find that true authenticity from within in order to manifest those solid relationships. So let's jump in with some cards, guys, and see what else needs to come through in the energies for this weekend. Check in the void. That's kind of what it felt like this morning. This void, like this black hole energy. I was not feeling motivated. It was just like this 0 point. I wasn't happy. I wasn't sad. I was just kind of in this energy of feeling numb. And so when we're in that void energy, that's when we know things are kind of shifting below the surface. And that's when you're kind of just asked to sit with yourself, to let the energy be, and to remind yourself, hey, you know, we're here to practice positivity, but let's face it, not every day is a great day. It doesn't matter how evolved and how grounded and neutralized you are on the journey. We still do have bad days. So don't play into any negativity, any negative self-talk, no matter how heavy or thick the energies may be. We kind of got to remind ourselves it's a temporary feeling, it's a temporary energy, and we kind of got to keep pushing through. So that's exactly what I was feeling too, Ascension Sickness. So we're clearing a lot of these lower energies, and as you can tell, I'm still a little bit congested this morning. So many of us are feeling some very uncomfortable physical ascension symptoms, and so we got to kind of purge these lower energies as our soul journeys towards these higher states of consciousness. And a lot of this ascension sickness is stemming around past life wounding that is needing to be cleared in order for us to reshape our reality moving forward. So recognize the uncomfortableness, sit with the uncomfortableness, go into meditation to clear the energy, and do be sure that you have those firm boundaries in place. Boundaries are great because we as empaths absorb so much energy, and we as healers and givers need to put those boundaries in place because takers, they don't got any boundaries. So boundaries are really necessary when it comes to facing any challenges this weekend, and facing these challenges head on as an opportunity to improve our life, to improve our relationships. So I do think many are going to be tested when it comes to standing up for what they believe in, and this is going to require ownership. If we're to take ownership of our lives and step into our spiritual empowerment and stepping into our highest potentials, we kind of have to take ownership, you know. We have to own our part, where we've allowed people to walk all over us. Why have we resonated with somebody walking all over us? Because we just don't want to be alone. And so keep taking those steps forward in the right direction, because wow, we're manifesting these twin soul unions. Many of us have incarnated this life with our divine counterpart, and we all know how complex this connection can be. It can be very gut-wrenching, because we kind of have to go into this deep state of inner revolution, inner evolution, inner transformation in order to strip away all of these outdated relationship patterns, all of these outdated programmed belief patterns from childhood, from our family lineage. And we kind of have to clear all of that and go through this very uncomfortable physical manifestation of ascension sickness in order to bring all of this high vibration love into the world. So many are in the precipice of this very profound soul awakening in the energies. We are in the year of the Great Awakening. So as we shift our consciousness around our soul's identity, a lot is kind of happening while we go through that, right? We don't really embrace change unless we're thrust into a whole bunch of chaos and conflict. So a lot is happening right now in the collective when it comes to embracing our own healing light. All of these high frequency light code downloads coming in, and this is why we need to have protection. We're going to want to give ourselves compassion. We're going to want to feed ourselves love as we kind of go through this process of reprogramming our mind and our thought patterns, releasing all of these negative unwanted thoughts and circumstances, because we are in the precipice of this massive global awakening. So where are you called to show compassion and understanding towards yourself and another? You know, we all get to where we're going. We're here on this awakening ascension journey, but we do need to come to this deep inner understanding that we all have our own journey to walk. We are all kind of on different timelines. Nobody is ahead. Nobody is behind. We are all exactly where it is we need to be when it comes to deepening this relationship to self. When we go through this awakening process, this is where we peel back all of these layers. It's like peeling back the layers of an onion. And we all know what it's like when you peel and cut an onion. You usually cry. So you kind of got to shed and grieve the old you, because the old you is dying away to bring in this new energy. And in order to learn your soul's language, you got to peel back these layers. And you gotta get grounded in what truly brings you joy, what truly motivates you, and that's a big aspect of self-love. So get ready to discover something you didn't quite know before in the energies this weekend. Let's see what else needs to come through with the Illumination Oracle deck. Yeah, love, children. I know I've got a lot of love for my kids, and they might drive me crazy and drive me up the walls. But I feel family is in focus. This could also mean like a lot of reminiscence when it comes to childhood memories. But really, love is always the heart of the matter. Love is always the cure. Love is always the answer. So we'll see, yeah. And so maybe there's, you know, a need to go into any childhood hurt. Or maybe there is somebody that needs to maybe bring forward an apology, or, you know, seek forgiveness when it comes to maybe hurting some children, when it comes to a cycle coming to a close. Children are definitely a factor in the energy. So, you know, we got to go into the hurt. We can't keep kind of ignoring the hurt, because we can't heal something if we're not willing to feel it. And so maybe these are childhood issues coming up where you felt inadequate or not validated as a child. And we're all kind of being asked to go deep into that inner child healing. And, you know, it doesn't matter how inadequate you feel. We're all worthy of unconditional love. We're all worthy of taking that risk, taking that leap of faith, of going after what it is that we want. So crumple up that old version of who you are. Crumple up that old idea. And release any negative attachments when it comes to any low self-worth issues. So we'll see what else needs to come through with this deck, guys. Making plans. Making plans to go after big, big love, maybe, because love just flipped out. And maybe somebody's been thinking about this for up to 6 months. Making plans for up to 6 months. Virgo energy. I think get ready to meet somebody new. If you've done the work, if you've cleared all of these negative aspects of self, and you've, learned these major karmic lessons, I think big love and passionate romance is on the horizon. This Gemini new moon is the perfect new moon for these twin soul unions to set that intention, to make plans, to manifest big love in your life. But you got to kind of go into the root cause of any insecurities, any inadequacy issues in order to learn the karmic lesson once and for all. And we need to trust. The universe always has a plan. So even things, when they don't go out, when they don't work in your favor, there's usually a plan. And the universe is not going to withhold something that is meant for you. So, and anything that's leaving your life right now was likely a block to manifesting big love. Because what are we manifesting? Twin soul divine union counterparts. And we're manifesting higher levels of commitment, marriages, deep, fully committed marriages. And I feel, love mixed with romance, passion, and making plans to go towards what it is that you truly need. So maybe get ready for an imminent fated meeting. The universe has a plan, always feels like a tower energy to me. So let's jump in with some tarot. I'm going to use the, what is this deck, guys? Yeah, the Angel Wisdom Tarot. This is actually one of my favorite decks. So strength, beautiful, strength and healing. So we got to have faith in the future. I know things are looking very dark and dreary collectively, but we have to have faith in the future, and that the plans that we've made when it comes to manifesting our dreams coming true, all of these challenging times are coming to an end. And I think we're all kind of reaching this place at the light at the end of the tunnel. And I don't know if you can tell, my light above my desk is like beaming right in my face. So there's that light at the end of the tunnel. So where do you need to go in to your inner strength, to find your personal power, to assert yourself with compassion and kindness when it comes to maybe seeking forgiveness? And we can't really move on into these new cycles until we reach that level of forgiveness. So yeah, get ready to go into any past hurts is a big message in order to heal them. When we go into all of these great hurts, this great sadness, we need to trust that healing will occur. But if we want to fully release the past, we have to go into the sadness. Personal growth always comes from facing challenges. I think perhaps it's time to heal any past misunderstandings and to bring healing into a situation, into a twin soul connection. So we're going to see what else needs to come through. But we're all being asked to really go within and deepen that relationship to self. So we're going to get 9 cards out, guys. Awakening. Coming out of that place of mental anxiety, unfounded fear, meditation is going to be what is needed. And there's that energy of, self-discovery, really owning your own energy. Ooh, we got the King of Wands, the 9 of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and we got the Dreamer. So dead central energy is the 9 of Pentacles. So within 9 days, 9 weeks, or 9 months, you're going to be in a brand new cycle when it comes to love. So this is where we set those intentions for that new cycle. What is it that you want to dream into existence? Because there is a fresh new start around the corner, but we need to trust ourselves first. We need to push those fears aside, and we need to be willing to take that leap of faith. And even if you get rejected, at least you kind of went over that hump of facing that fear. And you know that there's nothing that can stop you from achieving anything that you want. So I feel we're in the precipice of this massive global awakening. And, as we go through this transitionary stage, we do have to take that temporary pause. We have to go deep into that void and to go into this state of reflection when it comes to these unfounded fears with this distorted mental programming. And that's where we gain all of this insight as part of this awakening journey in order to see things in that whole new light, to see things with that peeled back layer. And this is where we learn to embrace our own uniqueness. Pisces energy. Could be dealing with a Pisces. There might be a Pisces here that's been all trapped up in their head, always expecting the worst. And when we're always expecting the worst, playing into negative self-talk and not thinking positively, that's when we create all of these negative self-fulfilling prophecies. So we need to release the worry. We can't let the worry and the fear and the stress and the anxiety keep growing out of proportion, because then we're going to have sleepless nights. We're going to have health issues because stress is a killer. So we're all being asked to kind of refocus our thoughts and to really turn inward. That's what the High Priestess does. There's somebody here very single. The High Priestess is a singular energy. The Nine of Pentacles is a singular energy. And I feel it's kind of time to really go in to discover your true soul's desires. What is that soul inside of your heart asking you to do when it comes to taking action towards what it is that you want to receive? Because we're in this precipice of all of us developing our intuitive gifts, understanding how to trust our own inner compass, our own internal wisdom, in order to be willing to move forward. Because somebody here has been unwilling to make a decision, unwilling to move forward, and unwilling to follow their heart. So, we can't go after what it is we truly want when we keep pretending there's no problem. We keep pretending, we can't have what it is that we want. So we kind of got to break free from this analysis paralysis, over analyzing energy, and we got to start enjoying life again. So there's a pre-empress here, a Taurus energy is what I'm feeling, that really is enjoying living in the present moment. I think somebody here has worked really hard to build a solid foundation of self. When you get to the 9, you're stable, you're solid. You could own a business, or you could be highly ranked in your career. And I feel somebody's worked hard to get to that status. Somebody's really mastered their craft here. And maybe this could mean maybe somebody stepping into self-employment. But there's somebody here, a High Priestess, I feel, that's really enjoying the energy of solitude. And when you can learn to love being alone, that is when you can enter into a healthy relationship cycle and be interdependent and not be codependent on another, to give you that self-worth and to give you that self-value. So you might want to spend some quiet time in meditation this weekend. And spend some time in meaningful solitude. Virgo energy, the Hermit. And shine your light on everything that's below the surface that is, feeding these negative vices. Because when we seek out this energy of self-discovery, that's when we can fuel our passion. So bottom row, guys, we got the King of Wands with the 9 of Wands, I think, coming to have a conversation with this Queen of Swords. And so I do feel the High Priestess, 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Swords is one energy. We do have a feminine energy coming through that is very much single, likely has never been married. And I feel there's somebody here wanting to find their motivation to come in that I feel is deeply wounded, in order to close out a major cycle. Very interesting. I just noticed 999, dead center, 999. Somebody is really, really worried about coming forward with an offer to this very single energy. I think somebody is very wounded. And I feel there is somebody here that's quite likely a public speaker in the spotlight. And there's a masculine getting ready to release people, places, and things that are no longer serving him. I think somebody is getting ready to come in with communication, and they are afraid of being criticized. I think they are afraid of being told, I told you so. They're definitely hitting a bottoming out of some sort with the 9 of Wands, and that's my Chiron wound, going deep within the core of the pain and knowing that, it's time to take action. So I think somebody is preparing to face the Queen of Swords, and, she will sit there and she will hear you out. But she's also not going to tolerate any lies, is what I'm feeling, because she's already gone through a purging, a releasing of people, places, and things that don't serve her. She has been spending a lot of time in meaningful meditation. The Queen of Swords is highly intellectual, communicates very well, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and And I think she's career driven, career focused, and maybe she's gone through a divorce that she's had to heal from, but definitely is somebody here, very, very single and a masculine, getting ready to find his determination, his motivation to take ambitious action forward. So there is going to be a fresh start here, guys. And it very well could lead to a soulmate union where the two of you can bring forward your brilliant spiritual talents. I think there's nothing that the two of you can't do together, but somebody needs to believe in themselves. Somebody's been underestimating their ability to maybe make things right. So get ready for a new cycle. But let's take a look. Oh, I wasn't ready. There we go. Let's take a look at this King of Wands, because he's getting ready to take action. We got the Three of Wands. Oh my God, the Four of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's coming in with an offer. They're coming in with something stable, something solid. The Page is like, hey, I'm ready to start at ground zero. I'm ready to learn all I can about you. I want to come in and I want to get to work because I can see a long-term future with you is kind of what I'm feeling. Somebody here has been playing into pride and ego, and I feel a very single energy that's been very patiently waiting for somebody to decide if this is the path they're going to take, and I feel it's kind of time to celebrate. This will lead to a twin soul union, so I think send gratitude for the lessons learned. Go into the energy of peace and trust that your hard work is paying off, and I think this is going to present an excellent opportunity to learn something new together, to grow together, maybe to embrace a new area of esoteric study. But there is going to need to be that very difficult conversation when it comes to some poor actions in the past. Somebody, I feel, was not honest with themselves about how they really felt. And maybe that has come out in an embarrassing way, creating a level of humiliation. There's definitely somebody here that is losing their peace of mind when it comes to some past lies, deception, stealing, cheating, wanting to come in enthusiastically for that new opportunity and to finish maybe what was started a long time ago. And they're going to be coming in loyal and dedicated this time. They're not messing around, and they know you're going to be apprehensive, and they've been planning. They've been planning very, very carefully to take action towards something that they deeply love. And somebody here has been waiting for the perfect timing, or that, you know, that clarion call to say, hey, it's time to take action to bring balance back into this situation, because you can't keep focusing on the negative. You can't keep focusing on what didn't turn out, and it's time to come forward with forgiveness. First, you got to forgive yourself before you come in and seek forgiveness from another. So I think somebody's really learning a valuable lesson when it comes to deceit. Let's take a look at this very single energy. What does this single energy have to say? Ten of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ego. Yeah, there could be a lot of happiness here. Absolutely. There's somebody here that knows there could be a lot of happiness here, and there will be an opportunity to fall in love again. But it's going to require somebody to break free from their ego, to accept responsibility for the past choices that they've made. If they want to be supported and they want to step towards happiness, somebody's going to have to address an addiction from the past, or unhealthy choice, or unhealthy habits. And they're going to have to make a decision to come forward, because I do feel there is an amazing opportunity to manifest everything that you prayed for. A happy marriage, a deep spiritual connection where the two of you will see eye to eye. Forgiveness is going to be needed, though. This will be a loving relationship, and I do feel children have been in the mix. And this will be a relationship that will bring you a lot of emotional contentment. You're happily ever after. And I feel emotional fulfillment. But you're going to have to trust that now is the time to take the action forward. If you want to fall in love again, if you want the resurgence of a romantic relationship from the past to come back around, you're going to have to come forward and exchange a level of communication, because we don't give up on people that we truly love. So what is this unfounded fear? Because somebody's gaining a shift in perspective with the awakening and the Nine of Swords, and somebody's got a lot of fear. when it comes to bringing forward an offer to this Empress. Oh my God, this is a lifetime partnership, guys. It's a twin soul connection. We got the Empress, we got the Eight of Wands, and we got the Emperor. So something is going to move forward very, very quickly. There is a masculine that knows it's time to take action. It's time to take action towards this Empress, who I feel is a business owner of some sort, who's already manifested abundance and success in her life. And there's a masculine that is getting ready to accept a leadership role, finding the structure and the discipline to take charge of a negative situation, to come in with a whole lot of communication. Get ready for unexpected, rapid movement forward, because somebody is finally getting ready to travel towards this Empress to lay down a long-standing burden. Somebody needs balance in their life, and they've likely been struggling with health problems due to stress with that Nine of Swords. And there's going to be a huge release. Somebody is releasing something toxic in order to step into this new beginning. So what is it that you need to release? Who's been holding you back? What's been holding you back? There's a major spiritual transformation at play this weekend. And we're breaking free from the illusion of entrapment. We're breaking free from the illusions of the mind and any self-destructive patterns. We're finding our confidence again, to stop feeling helpless, to stop feeling like a victim of our circumstances, and to release any fear when it comes to taking action and responsibility, because I think magic is going to be alive again in this connection. And somebody's got to believe in themselves if they want to come in for that brand new beginning. I think this will lead to an exciting new business opportunity. The Emperor and the Empress, they build empires. And this is signifying, I feel, a significant signing of a new soul contract that will lead to marriage. Absolutely. So I think it's kind of time to celebrate. Get ready to receive some news. Get ready to receive some news. Somebody is coming in with a lot of communication because they see this amazing opportunity, and they're getting ready to break free from whatever they've been chained to, because now is the time for action. Let's get a couple last messages, guys, with the self-care deck. We'll see what else needs to come through for the weekend check-in. What else does the universe have for this reading? And those come out really, really quickly. So self-care. Self-care is definitely not selfish. Like I said, you cannot serve from an empty vessel. So be willing to ask for help when you need it. And I think allow others the chance to bring that communication forward, because I feel we're here to live in the now moment, and compassion for others really will begin with compassion for yourself. And we need to remember, your past does not define who you are today. Your past does not define who you are today. Close your eyes and take a deep breath, and know that we are here and now, and somebody's path is being illuminated right in front of them. And I feel it's kind of time to bring this to your attention, to release all of this inner tension, to relax, and to accept yourself for who you are. And when you accept yourself for who you are, others will accept you for who you are. So I think get ready to experience a lot of peace. Like I said, life is not always blissful. But when we know that in the chaos of this hectic energy, we can find that inner peace from within, that's when we can get to a blissful state of mind, no matter what is going on in our outer reality. So I think hurt people, and people that love themselves do not hurt other people. So somebody's going into releasing some self-hate, because I feel it's caused a lot of suffering, a lot of reflection of what is on the inside and what is required in your outer world when it comes to action to balance the situation at this time. It's time to rebalance the situation. It's time to set those intentions, to embrace self-discipline, to embrace self-care, and to go after what it is that you truly desire. And that's what I have for the weekend check-in, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin soul reading with me, I do encourage you to check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.